Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, it's time to get real. Oh, yeah. Reality, spirituality. It's a new experience. Reality, spirituality. Yeah, keep your ears open for this one, man. Reality, spirituality. You got a question for RLN? Reality, spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get some answers, baby. Oh, now we getting real. Getting real. Yeah, it's time to get down. Yeah, you gonna feel good now. Real good. That's what I'm talking about. Time to get real.
Time to get real, and welcome everyone to Reality Spirituality. I'm your host, Rebecca Lynn Norrington, and I want to say thank you so much. I'm grateful that you're spending your time with me today. And you remember what happened last week, Reality Spirituality. We had a guest that was scheduled, and, of course, the guest did not show up. First time in Reality Spirituality's history. And it looks like that might happen again today. But we're going to wait a little bit. We have a guest scheduled. And before we chuck everything and just go on to tomorrow, let me share with my new listeners what Reality Spirituality is. What type of show? What is this show? What is Reality Spirituality mean? What type of show is it? Well, Reality Spirituality is a show that shares with you, my dear listeners, and my audience, strategies, ways, different perspectives, tools, behaviors, different way of behaving, different ways of responding. It basically shares with you how to develop a different skill set that will allow you to remain happy, centered, calm in this bubble of knowing everything is okay, everything happens for a reason, everything happens for my betterment, everything happens to encourage me to grow, to expand, to evolve. And that's what this show shares, real life strategies for real life situations and real life circumstances, just like this one, where there's supposed to be a guest on the show and the guest ain't here. I like to share personal stories. I was at the office a couple of days ago. And it's interesting because, everybody's got their buttons, I should say, that are pushed, something that will aggravate or irritate or annoy you. And I am no different. But it's interesting because I've asked the universe, I've asked to get rid of that. I am tired of getting irritated, getting angry, being annoyed. I really don't like the way that feels anymore. It's just not my preference. It's not my preference. It's not a state of being that I like anymore. It bothers me. But the interesting thing is, one of my huge challenges is not resisting the moment, not resisting what happens, not resisting what somebody says to me, what somebody does to me, is is allowing life to flow, allowing life to just be and experience every moment without judgments, without struggling, without resisting, without not liking what is unfolding. And I shared on Reality Spirituality that this state of being, this foundation, is just another skill set. We've all developed skills, and some of us are really, really experts at our specific skills. I mean, from a yoga instructor to a surgeon to a musician, waiter, bus driver, it doesn't matter. We all have specific skills that we have nurtured and playing golf, whatever it is. And that's what this show is about, is helping you, assisting me, developing more skills, more day-to-day, every circumstance, in every moment, just to develop another skill. What if what bothers you now, really gets under your skin, really gets in your craw? What if that same thing that just takes you to the moon didn't take you to the moon anymore? What if that feeling behind whatever drives you crazy, what if you didn't go there? What if you were able to, let me try to think of one of my examples. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something that used to irritate me a lot. Well, I'll just give you a simple one. If I'm having a conversation with someone and somebody else comes in to talk, and they just start having a conversation to just butt in without, hear this, saying excuse me. Well, for me, that was really rude, and it would bother me. And really, what I would do is, when someone started talking and they didn't say excuse me, I would look at them and I would glare and I would say, excuse me. In other words, I'm trying to teach them what the right thing to do is when you're interrupting someone. A polite thing, let's say. And that's just a small example off the top of my head. But it's really interesting because it doesn't bother me anymore. I'm experiencing less and less and less irritation. And I'm experiencing that because that's what I want. That's what I want. I want less irritation. I want to have this feeling of peace. I want to be happy. I want to be able to flow through everything without any irritant. Is it possible? Yes, it is. It is possible. And that's what Reality Spirituality is about. Sharing with you how to remain centered when the guest doesn't call in, how to remain happy. And there's strategies and there's tools all to assist. Listen, believe me, I've lived it. I've tried every angle. I've developed the formula. And one of the things, in fact, it's the main part of the formula, the only ingredient to remaining happy and having this foundation. You ready for this? There's one ingredient, not two, not three, not four, not five. There's one ingredient. Can you guess what that is? One ingredient. One, uno. It's you. It's only you. You are in charge. You have the power. You have the ability. You are the only one that can develop the skill of remaining peaceful throughout every moment of your day. This one ingredient. Now, it has nothing to do with what happens to you. It has nothing to do with what somebody else says or what somebody else does. It has nothing to do with, okay, I don't have a lot of money in the bank account. Oh, gee, I'm in the hospital. Oh, my surgery, getting older, gaining weight, losing weight, friends, not social. Only you. Now, at first I resisted this fact. Because I'm like, come on, is it not that things that happen will bring me up or take me down? I mean, isn't it based on what happens to me? No. It's your happiness, your contentment is based on what you think about what is happening to you, what you think about someone says to you. That is what is so important. Your thoughts about whatever is happening, your thoughts about whatever is unfolding in front of you is the number one soul component to your happiness. And again, it's not an external happiness. This happiness is not based on what happens to you. This happiness develops and evolves into your foundation of who you become. Haven't you noticed people, it's not a lot, but haven't you noticed people that are just so cool and so mellow, so easygoing, never get riled up? They're just, and there really are not a lot. I wasn't. If the wind blew the wrong way, I was ready to explode. I was ready to. But that is the state that Rebecca Lynn Norrington, that's the state that I want to remain, and that's the state that I want to stay in for the majority of my moments. Is it possible? Hell yes, it's impossible. Am I there yet? Hell no, I'm not there yet. But I'm telling you this. I'm closer today than I was a month ago or 2 months ago. There are things that used to bother me and irritate me. Oh, my goodness. And now they're just falling away. Oh, they're still happening. Don't get me wrong. Shit is still happening. However, the effect that I allow these circumstances or people to get inside of me and to bother me, No. Happiness is my number one priority. And when that is my number one priority, staying centered, staying peaceful, when that is my number one priority, guess what? Everything else is second. My ego is second. My need to respond is second. My being irritated, everything is second. In other words, it's not as important. I know that's a little simple, but it's true. When you make that a priority over everything, money in the bank, where I'm living, house, car breaking down, bills piling up, no. My priority, my bangs, can't even see my eyeballs. My priority is being happy internally, letting everything unfold the way it's supposed to, not trying to push but relaxing with this life, and knowing and discovering that every moment is not only precious, but every moment is a gift. And it doesn't matter what I'm doing or who I'm doing it with. Every moment is a gift. I'm going to wrap up this show, but this has been this is an introduction to reality spirituality. This is an introduction to who I am and what the show is about and what we do. So reality spirituality focuses on our everyday life experiences, our I don't even want to say mundane, our everyday experiences, and how to connect and how to maintain and how to keep this peaceful vibration. Now, I say vibration, and for my new listeners, let me just explain that for a little bit before I go forward. You know, everything is energy. Everything is made up of energy. And knowing that we are all energy and we vibrate, we all have a different frequency, and you can feel the difference when you're pissed off or when you're at peace with the world and with yourself. Let me put that another way: at peace with yourself, and then because you cannot be at peace with the world if you are not at peace with yourself. That is the number one starting point. If you find anything out there that is bothering you, anything out there, guess what? There's something that is bothering you in here. Because there's nothing wrong with anything out there. It all comes back to inside, internally. Internal issues. Now, that was a hard one to swallow. That was a hard pill to swallow for me because, of course, I can look and see what's wrong with everything out there. But in reality, I had the issue. The more I work on my internal foundation, my internal being, my internalness, the more I can look out into the world and see that everything is perfectly divine, perfectly in order, perfectly evolving. Everything is evolving just the way it's supposed to. I want to invite you to go to my website at www.RebeccaNorrington, that's RebeccANorrington.com, RebeccaNorrington.com, and take a look at the website. And if you're interested in any coaching programs that I offer, just go to the personal. What tab is that? Go to the private sessions tab, and then you can find out information on my coaching program. And if you want to email me, I love your emails. You can email me at info@RebeccaNorrington.com. You can follow me on Twitter at RL Norrington, that's Norrington, RL Norrington. So much. Also, I am writing a weekly blog, which I need to do. I've been, I write occasionally, but now I really want to start writing weekly. And so I put up a new article just a few days ago, and you can go to rlnblog.com, and the title of my article is Follow My Rules or Else. Follow my rules or else. So until tomorrow, I'm going to end the show because I think I've said enough for today. And actually, sometimes it's good just to have a little short show and reminder and explanation and definition of what reality spirituality is about. And tomorrow we have a guest that was supposed to, there is no supposed to. The universe, everything happens for a reason. But tomorrow on Sunday's show, we have Marnie Spencer Devlin, and she is a best-selling author of Crawling into the Light. Oh, my goodness, her story is so She talks about being molested, raped, heroin addiction, homelessness, finally going to prison. And this woman has evolved into one of the happiest energies that I know. And like I tell my audience, if she can do it, if I can do it, you can do it. So until tomorrow, everyone, my Reality Spirituality audience, I want you to remember, I really want you to remember who the hell you are. You are an extension of the universe. You are an extension. You are always evolving. You're always changing. You are always growing. Love is patient, and love is kind. Be patient and be kind to yourself. Be your own best friend. And remember, you cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. You've been listening to Reality Spirituality. I will talk to you tomorrow. I love you all. Reality Spirituality.
Yeah. Oh, it's time to get real. Oh, yeah. It's the new experience. Reality Spirituality. Yeah, keep your ears open for this one now. Reality Spirituality. You got a question for RLN? Reality Spirituality. Yeah, it's time to get some answers, baby. Reality Spirituality. Oh, now we get real. Get real. Good now. Real good.